Aisha, and this is Isabella Azman. Hi guys, so this is the parking space for Tugu Negara. Let's go inside. Hi guys, so here we are at the main entrance of Tugu Negara. I am Nur Aisha, a representative from my group, Group 1, will talk about Tugu Negara today. Before we go in, I want to talk about the location of Tugu Negara. It is located at Taman Botani Perdana, Jalan Parlimen, Kuala Lumpur. The distance from KLCC is about 6 kilometers. And unfortunately, they don't have any public transport around here. So we have to go by car or even Grab. And then let's go inside. As stated here, the opening hour for Tugu Negara is from 7 AM to 6 PM. So let's go in. Currently it's 11 AM. There are many people here. Let's take a closer look at the Tugu Negara. So we are here. Let's go. The back of the monument, as you can see, we have a fountain here. The fountain actually acts as to balance out the temperature, especially during a hot day. Other entrance here we have Taman Tugu. You can go on a picnic with your friends or family. Inside the Tugu Negara, they don't have any benches, so you can sit around here. Let's go inside again. Entrance, we have a few places to sit here, and then they have a parking space there, but the parking space is very small. They have another parking space at the side of Tugu Negara. Okay, the main entrance of Tugu Negara, they have a public toilet here. So here we have another parking space. Parking space is a lot bigger compared to that one.
Hi guys, my name is Nur Isabella binti Muhammad Azman. I'm from Group 1. Today I'm at Tugu Negara and I'll be representing my part of this assignment. I'll be talking about the history of Tugu Negara, about the history of the Tugu Negara, or known as Malaysia's National Monument. The idea of the National Monument was mooted by our very own first Malaysian Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman. He was inspired when he visited the War Memorial in Washington DC in 1960. He decided to personally meet up with Felix de Wilton, an American architect, in aid of creating the monument. Felix de Wilton is a famous architect with many contributions, such as the Iwo Jima Memorial in Arlington. He has made the National Monument and engraved his name as proof of his contributions. Let's check out the signature. Let's go. here we have the signature of Felix de Wilden in copper in 1963. He has engraved this signature at the bottom left side of the monument itself. Now let's talk in depth of the 7 bronze figures of the Tugu Negara. Each of the bronze figures have their own certain qualities, 7 certain qualities, which are courage, sacrifice, leadership, suffering, vigilance, strength, and unity. At the topmost, you can see one of the figures holding the Malaysian flag, while the others are holding bayonets and holding their fellow comrades, which shows the sign that they are protecting the country from outsiders. Every year, the Young Dipertuan Agong, the Prime Minister, the police, and the members of the military pay their respects to the fallen soldiers. They place garlands at the bottom of the monument as a sign of appreciation for their sacrifice.
Home sweet home. But I feel like there's something missing and something that I haven't talked about the Tugu Negara. I remember now. I forgot to talk about the design. Well, let's get to it, shall we? All right. Now, for the last part of my piece of the project, we'll talk about the design of Tugu Negara. The Tugu Negara, it consists of 2 parts that make the whole place, which is the Tugu Negara statue and the central pavilion. Let's talk about both. So first of all, Tugu Negara. As we all know, the Tugu Negara statue is commissioned in 1963 and constructed in 1966 by Felix de Wilden. The sculpture is the centerpiece of the monument and is where most of the attraction is about. It stands 15 meters tall and it is made out of bronze. The estimation for the statue itself is around $600,000. It is part of the $600,000 covers the statue itself and the commission of the American architect. Well, standing on top of the bronze statue, it has a granite base, which is known to be very stable and last long. So, the next part is of the central pavilion. As we all know, the central pavilion is another part of the Tugu Negara. It is a crescent-shaped pavilion with a flat roof top with 3 central domes. On the middle dome, under there, we can see there is a special vault. The special vault is where all the names of the fallen soldiers are encarved. There is also a self-reflecting pool in front of the dome. It surrounds the Tugu Negara, which makes a very nice view, of a very aesthetic view, because of the high fountains surrounding the bronze statues. So now let's see the video of the surrounding. Well, that concludes my part of the video, and now I hope you enjoy. And now I will pass to the next presenter, which is Alisa. She will be conducting the interview. Thank you so much.
Hi, thank you for agreeing to be interviewed. Okay, so for the first question, where do you come from? And please introduce yourself.
My name is Tugu Negara. I am from Malaysia.
So, what is your opinion on Tugu Negara?
Well, the Tugu Negara, I believe, is such a memorable type of monument, especially for the Malaysians to re-embrace on the fallen soldiers like in World War II when the Japanese invaded our country.
So, what do you like the most?
My favorite thing about the monument is because of the meaning behind the monument itself, how there are these soldiers representing basically about seven type of courageous, if I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it tells the story of how they love, they're passionate and love for their country to even die for their country.
Okay.
So it gives a very important lesson, especially to our Malaysians in the current generation.
Okay. So for the last question, in your opinion, what can be improved here in Tugu Negara?
Well, to be honest, I believe it is a beautiful place, but for the accessibility for people with wheelchairs are not really accessible because I've seen a lot of stairs going down, going up. So I believe that's one thing that I believe that has to be improved. Other than that, I believe it's such an aspect.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Bruce. I'm from Scotland in the United Kingdom.
Okay. So what is your opinion on our national monument?
I think it's very heroic, much bigger than I thought it would be. It clearly shows Malaysians on top of Japanese, and I think it's a beautiful site, well presented, well looked after.
So what do you like the most here?
I think the location is obviously something that Malaysia is very proud of, and that's why it's in such a prominent place.
So for the last question, in your opinion, what can be improved here?
I think more information.
More information.
Yes, there's not much information around things to read, to understand, to educate people.
As what we can summarize from our interviewees, we have received positive impressions and also feedbacks from the interviewees. They've also given few suggestions on what we can be improved at Tugu Negara, such as make it more accessible for wheelchair users, and from the maintenance aspect, they should clean it more often. Moreover, this place has very few information for the tourists to discover more about Tugu Negara. So, it is recommended for the place to provide more information so the tourists could read about the history behind Tugu Negara.
Hi, my name is Nur Sabrina Safia Mustafa Kaman, and I will present my part to you.
Okay, hi guys, we have come to the last part of this video, which is the conclusion part. So, how to make Tugu Negara more famous and attractive? The first one, I think the government should launch a campaign about Tugu Negara. So second, the Ministry of Tourism should arrange a visit with travel agency for tourists and visitors to visit Tugu Negara. And school should arrange a visit to Tugu Negara, especially on Independence Month. So, my last point is competition and exhibition should be organized at Tugu Negara.
Next, what can be improved at Tugu Negara?
In my opinion, there is a lack of access for people with disabilities. I would suggest for the authorities to build a ramp for people with wheelchairs. Secondly, there is a high risk for children and visually impaired individuals to fall into the water. As a suggestion, the authorities can add a safety railing that can avoid this hazard to happen. Third, there are no seats nearby available for visitors to take a rest for a while, as some of them might get tired easily, especially for the elders and those with illness. For suggestion, the authorities can place strategic seating area nearby, potentially with shade, as it can get very hot during the day for visitors. Fourth, the lack of historical information provided about Tugu Negara. There is a lack of information at attraction and should not only provide the information at the entrance but also at the nearby of the Tugu Negara, as it can be very confusing, essentially for the international tourists. Fifth, the management should ensure the attraction facilities is well maintained. At the Tugu Negara, we found out that there are broken tiles at the entrance, which is dangerous for the visitors as they can stumble and cause them to fall, which may lead to injuries. The last part is that the parking spaces provided is very limited. This facility is one of the main factors to attract tourists. With lack of parking spaces, many will avoid going to the attraction as it will be such a hassle. Other than that, by providing an ample amount of parking spaces, we can avoid people from parking at the side of the road where they can be fined. Their car will get claimed by the City Hall of Kuala Lumpur's officers.
Lagi
Test,
panjang.
test. Negara. Next step. Jadi Tugu Negara.
Now, cakap video.
Sekejap, lupa skip. Ini perdana.
Tanaman botanik.
Also known as also there were a few questions. Semua
You should arrange regular visit
from our interviewees. Tangan aku tak duduk diam.
Tak apa.
You berhenti kan?
Hi, thank you for agree to kita jumpa di Pak Cik.
So here,
Minum. Around 10:53.
So, my last point is organization.